I've completed crocheting the 26th row for my sleeve, and what we're going to do now is we're going to crochet the last row for our tunic. And what I'm going to do in order for my project to be easier to join the two pieces together on top on the shoulders, I'm going to crochet one row of single crochet. So let's see how we're going to do that. So I'm going to chain one now and turn your work. Now we're going to crochet one single crochet in every stitch. Now what this means is that I'm going to work one single crochet on top of each of those double crochet, one single crochet in every chain one space, one single crochet on top of each double crochet. When I come to the chain three space, I'm going to be working 3 single crochet because those 3 chains count as 3 stitches. You do not have to put your hook inside the chain stitches, just put it under. Okay, single crochet on top of the single crochet, 3 single crochet on the chain 3 space, 1 single crochet on top of the single crochet, 3 single crochet on top of the chain 3 space, and so on. So that's what we want to do in this row. So let's go ahead and start. 1 single crochet on my first double crochet, single crochet in the next stitch as well, single crochet in the chain 1 space, 1 single crochet in the next stitch, 1 single crochet in the next stitch, 3 single crochet on the chain 3 space. Just put your hook under and work 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Single crochet on top of the single crochet, 1 single crochet, 3 single crochet right here on the chain 3 space, 1, 2, 3, because the 3 chains count as 3 stitches. Single crochet on top of the single crochet, 3 single crochet on the chain 3 space, 1, 2, 2 and 3, 1 single crochet on top of the single crochet, 3 single crochet under the chain 3 space, 1, 2, 3, 1 single crochet on top of the double crochet, 1 single crochet on the next stitch, 1 single crochet on the chain 1 space, and keep working the same exact way across all of your row. So 1 single crochet in every stitch, and in every chain 3 space we always work 3 single crochet because the 3 chains count as 3 stitches. So when I finish my row, I'm going to turn the video back on and see how to finally join together the 2 pieces of our tunic. I'm done with my last row of single crochet, and this is how my work looks like. What I'm going to do now to finish off, I'm going to chain 1, cut the yarn, pull the loop, and tighten up. So I finished the one part of my tunic. Now you're going to go ahead and do the second part off camera the same exact way from the beginning up until the end. I've already done mine, so when I turn my video back on, we're going to see how to join the 2 pieces together. Alrighty, so now we're going to join the 2 pieces together, and I want you to lay down your 2 pieces with the beginning rows that we did of single crochet, and I want the opposite side, the wrong side of single crochet to be facing up. I want the same thing here and the same thing in the other piece as well. I want to be seeing the opposite side of the single crochet. So we're going to join by sewing, and this is what's actually going to make is an invisible join. So I'm going to be sewing the left side, and I'm going to be putting my needle from the bottom to the top, and in the same exact stitch on the right side, again my needle from the bottom to the top. Then in the next stitch in the left side from the bottom to the top, the same exact stitch on the right side from the bottom to the top. So let's go ahead and start with our beginning stitch right here with my first chain that I have on my left side from the bottom to the top my needle. Okay, and in the same exact stitch from the bottom to the top on the right side. So right here on the first chain in the corner, from the bottom to the top, always the needle. Okay, now put your needle in the first single crochet right here in the first row on the left side from the bottom to the top. And the first single crochet on the right side from the bottom to the top. So whatever I'm sewing on the left side, I want to be sewing on the right side as well. Now I'm going to put my needle right here in the beginning of this row on the left side of my work from the bottom to the top, and in the same stitch on the right side of my work from the bottom to the top as well. Now when we're stitching on top of a double crochet, each double crochet consists of 2 stitches. It's made out of 2 stitches. So if I was going to be crocheting horizontally on top of a double crochet, I would make 2 stitches. So when I'm sewing on top of a double crochet, I want to be stitching in 2 different spaces of that double crochet as well. So I'm going to put my needle in the beginning of this first double crochet over here. And in the same exact spot of that same double crochet in the same row on the opposite side on my right piece. Now again, in the left side, put your needle on the top of that double crochet on the left side, and make sure your needle is always going through the back, through the front, from the bottom to the top. And in the beginning of that stitch in the right side as well. Now as you go through a few stitches, hold the corner of your work and tighten up your yarn. You're going to see the stitches come close together. They're going to join together nicely, and you're not going to have any spaces in between from sewing. Okay, so go ahead and finish stitching in the same exact way up until you reach right over here where we have our stitch markers. So here where we started crocheting our sleeve, this is where we're going to do our last stitches. We're going to sew our last stitches. So as you go through stitching, you're going to see the 2 half pineapples are going to come together nicely, and they're going to form a whole pineapple. So if you're stitching it wrong, this pineapple is not going to look together correctly. It's going to be somewhat like this, you know, like the one side is more to the bottom and the other side a little to the top. So as you go through, if you're doing it correctly, the pineapples are going to come together in the same exact spot correctly. So go ahead and stitch up until you reach the stitch markers. Before I reach my stitch markers, I'm going to turn the video back on and see how to sew on our last stitch and how to close up the one side of our work. I've completed joining the 2 pieces together, and see what I stressed out earlier when we started joining the 2 pieces, when we started sewing, is that we need to sew the correct rows together. By doing this, see how even here where we have the scheme where we join together, that we have a pineapple forming here on the side too. If you do not sew correctly, you will not have your pineapples joining together to align with each other, okay? Even if it's going to be on the side, we do want our design to seem the same way. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, in order to finish off, I am going to take out my stitch markers. I am going to sew one more time on my last stitch, on the last 2 stitches, and I am going to make a knot. You can do this step one more time in order for your shirt to be more safe, and then we're going to weave in this end. What we're going to do now, the other side is going to be made off camera, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show how to join the shoulders. So we're going to see how to join the one side of the shoulder, and then off camera we're going to join the other side, to join the 2 pieces, and the other side, the other shoulder. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how to join together the shoulders. Now, since we finished stitching on this side, this is the wrong side of our work. So I'm going to fold my tunique in half, having this side on the outside. So I want to have the wrong side of my shirt on the outside, okay? And now I'm gonna hold the corners on the top part of my tunique to straighten out the edges. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mark from where to where I'm going to work my slip stitches in order to close up the shoulders. Now, in order to do that, we're going to do a little math. Okay. So I measured with my measuring tape from the one side to the other, and I have a total of 70 centimeters. Okay, now I took the total head circumference of myself, and I have a total of 56 centimeters head circumference. Now, why I need my head circumference? I need it because when I wear the shirt, when I wear the tunique, I want it to go through my head easily, and when I wear it, when it goes down onto my shoulders, I need to have a little opening on the shoulders. This way we do not choke by wearing our shirt, okay? So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide this number by 2. This way I'm going to have half of the opening on the front side, half on the back side of the shirt. So when you have both sides closed, both shoulders closed, when you open up the opening over here and you measure around, you have 56 centimeters. So you divide that by 2 because you want half of it to be on the back and half of it to be on the front. So I have a total of 28 centimeters. Now this 28 centimeters, I want it to be on the one side through the other to form a hole. So from out of the 70 centimeters, that's the total width, I'm going to subtract 28 centimeters, which is the opening that I want on my shirt. And I have a total of 42 centimeters. So this 42 centimeters is the closed part that I'm going to have a total for the shoulders. So that means that this shoulder closed and this shoulder closed, that's going to be a total of 42 centimeters slip stitched part on my shirt. The 42 centimeters is the total closed part for the shoulders. So since this 42 is for the total of my tunique, is the total closed part that I'm going to have on my tunique, I'm going to divide that number by 2, and I'm going to have a total of 21 centimeters. So by doing this, I separated the stitches, so now I know that I'm going to close 21 centimeters for the one shoulder and 21 centimeters on the other shoulder. So I'm going to take my measuring tape and measure from the edge, and I'm going to measure a total of 21 centimeters, and I'm going to put a stitch marker. So you can measure on the other side your 21 centimeters and put a stitch marker, but in a more precise way is to measure how many stitches are from your corner single crochet up until your stitch marker. Okay, so I measured earlier and I have a total of 38 stitches. So since you know that from the beginning up to here you have 38 stitches, then you're going to measure from the corner over here up until you have a total of 38 stitches again, and put your stitch marker, if I find it, and put your other stitch marker on your 38 stitches as well. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start joining by working slip stitches. Okay, so now put your hook in the first stitch in the front, and in the first stitch in the front, sorry, and in the first stitch on the back piece. Take your yarn and take it through both stitches and chain one. Now then put your hook in the second stitch in the front and in the second stitch in the back and work a slip stitch. Then put your hook in the third stitch in the front, in the third stitch in the back, and work a slip stitch. Put your hook in the fourth stitch in the front, in the fourth stitch in the back, and work a slip stitch. So keep working slip stitches. You want to grab the same stitch in the front as well as in the back and work a total of 38 slip stitches. I finished with my 38th stitch, and this is how my work looks like. So now chain one, cut the yarn, pull the loop, and tighten up. So see, by stitching the same, by slip stitching the same stitches together, we have joined both sides in the same exact spot. So now what I'm going to do off camera is I'm going to slip stitch the other shoulder as well and sew the other side of my tunic, and when I turn my video back on, we're going to see how it's going to look completed. I've completed joining all the sides of my tunic. So starting from the one side, this is the sleeve. See how by doing the increase on the pineapple, how it looks. The joining on the shoulder and on the side. The other sleeve as well. This is the opening for our head to go through. Okay, and going downwards, the beginning. Okay, so this tunic you can wear over your bathing suit in the summer. You can wear it in the spring, in the summer, in the fall with a spaghetti shirt on the inside. You can wear it over jeans. You can make it as you can wear it any way you prefer. If you make it a little longer, you can wear it as a dress as well. Okay, so thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and if you like the video, please press like and leave a comment under the video. Thanks again. Bye bye.